B-Y is real. Selling your soul is figurative, not literal. Selling your soul is figurative, not literal. Selling your soul is figurative and not literal. What am I saying? Nobody can take your soul out of your body and replace it with another soul for them to enjoy. This is something that I used to believe back in like 2016, 2017. And I had to come to my fucking senses and say, what the fuck are we talking about? Selling your soul means to actually do something morally low that you normally wouldn't do for fame and fortune. Okay? So what am I talking about? 10 out of 10, your favorite rapper that's known got fucked and sucked something. I don't care how gangster this nigga sounds or whatever the case is. They all go through that. And they're all into that Freemasonry shit. And there are a lot of secrets that are kept behind closed doors, literally. That's the price of fame. What are you willing to do to be famous? Selling your soul is like selling your butthole. Because that's what they do. You've heard about the Hollywood parties. You've heard about what goes on there. So in my mind, if I had to put it together, I've heard about stuff like this as well. At those Hollywood parties, you have up-and-coming rappers trying to get on. So what ends up happening is people tell them what it is. Hey, look, this is a one-time deal. You got to do this in order for us to trust you. You will never see the light of day again in any music industry. We will blackball you from everything if you decide to leave this room. Now, the good news is you stay in here and do what we tell you to do. Oh, you're going to have that million in your account. Your name fitting to blow up with no problem. It's just us in here. This secret stays between us. You do this shit, you go on about your business. And you get paid for that. You get known for that. Everybody gonna be asking about who this motherfucker is. So what y'all want to do? Y'all want to be famous? Y'all want to have a lot of money in your account? You want to be able to pay off your mother's hospital bills? What you want to do? Or do you want to go back to being a nobody and never being able to reach this level again? Because that's exactly what's going to happen. So the ones that you see in the industry right now, that's what they agreed to. Here's the problem though. Whatever they did behind closed doors got recorded. And their handlers told them, hey, just to make sure you do everything that we tell you to do, because when I tell you to do something, you better do it. If you don't, that little video, this shit that you did just now, yeah, we're going to leak that. We're going to leak that. We're going to put that out there for the world to see. And we want you to remember that, just in case you ever get out of line. Whenever you don't want to do no one-eye symbolism poses, whenever you don't want to throw up the Baphomet, the devil horns with your hands, we got something for you. So when you see certain celebrities wearing dresses, that was the punishment. That was the punishment. You either put this dress on, or we're going to leak this video of you and Diddy. So what you want to do? And you'll see a nigga go out there with a dress on. I've seen Busta Rhymes. Y'all seen it too. Busta Rhymes in a dress. Trey Songz was in a dress. Kid Cudi was in a dress. Young Jock was in a dress. I mean, the list goes on. Motherfucking Uzi Vert had on the motherfucking crop top with a purse. This is how they get them. Don't do what we ask you to do. This is what we're going to do. So, again, selling your soul is to do something morally low that you would never do. And that's how they control you. When you saw Meek Mill bunny hopping on that tennis court around them Caucasian rich dudes, me, honestly, I really feel like they bent his ass over, because what would make you do something like that? You know. Remember, yeah, Meek had some zesty moments, and people were like, man, but you know, that's Meek. No, it's not. That's him being an artist, staying at a certain stature. You want to make a certain amount of money? You want to stay at a certain status level? Nigga, bunny hop on this tennis court. Nigga, get in this pool with Diddy. Like, this shit be wild as fuck. Okay? Know what I'm saying? No. I've never been to a Hollywood party. I've only been to Cali once. I've never been to no flamboyant parties. I've never been to an industry party. I just never cared to go that far. Once I found out all this shit was going on, I went my own way. I say I'd rather be independent. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some independent shit. Another thing, sacrifices are not real. They're not real. When people say, oh, such and such sacrificed, their parent or their son for fame, it's never like that. Example, Kanye West's mother, when she allegedly passed away, Kanye's album, 808s of Heartbreak, some people will say that will forever be his best album. But that was the energy that was harvested toward that being his best album. It was the fact that his mother died, allegedly. And so people had so much, they wanted to comfort him so bad. They all gravitated towards that album. And then there's also propaganda. Like, if I was the media, if I was the people that ran the media, I would just shove Kanye's album in your face all day, every day. And then I would tell you, this is the greatest album that we've heard in a while. People hear that, they process that, and then they actually start to believe it. This is why radio stations play songs over and over and over and over again. Even though you hate it the first 2 times, by that 3rd time, you're going to start to like it. Repeatedly. So, again, selling your soul is not literal. It's figurative. And I say that because our people have a problem with giving these pale oppressors so much power. Powers that they do not have. If I sit you down and I ask you, okay, how do they remove a soul out of a body? You better be ready to show me a video of how they do it. Because then I'm going to look at you like you fucking stupid. And I'm going to tell you, where's your evidence? There's a cloning facility down the block. Bitch, you ain't never been inside. There's no such thing as cloning. And none of y'all motherfuckers can prove it. I don't give a fuck what building they got in there. You ain't never been there, and you ain't never seen them do it. I put cloning and I put soul transferring in the same box that I put Jesus Christ. I ain't seen it, so it don't exist. And if Jesus Christ really existed, where the fuck is he at? I'm not even saying that as a joke. For some of my people that are Christians or, or whatever the case is, I'm not trying to shit on you or nothing like that. But I've seen a good amount of people come and go in this earth, and they still have not seen Jesus Christ. Now, if you're going to say that they see Jesus Christ when they leave this earth, then what was the purpose of him coming back? It's 2026. He ain't coming. I have videos showing people what is here. And don't worry, my YouTube people, I will show y'all those videos pretty soon. I'm just a little late to the YouTube party. But if you got my IG, if you got my TikTok, I've shown you two suns in the sky. Two SUNs in the sky. But let me not deviate from the topic. Y'all pretty much got my point. I made this video. If some young people see it, cool. Because young people still are chasing this dream and wanting to be rappers in the industry and everything. This is the wrong area. Like right now would be the wrong year, wrong month to try to become somebody, because we at the end of this shit. The music is ass. You're not going to be anybody in this industry. There are no more breakout stars. I mean, it sound hot for a little bit and then it falls the fuck off. Future just released the album and I heard about a good 4, maybe 5 songs and I just was not impressed. Chris Brown dropped the album and I hate to say it, I like Chris Brown. Even though he's in that industry. I like some of the music he makes. But that Brown album was kind of ass. You know, if you make, 20, 29 songs, but only 6 or 7 of those songs really, really hit, that's not a good album. Drake, don't even get me started with him. Motherfucking J. Cole, his album, it was kind of lackluster to me. It was like, oh, I've heard this before. It didn't take me up. Pause. What I'm telling you is, if you want to be famous, just don't. You don't have to go that route. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a walking, talking symbol. I don't work for nobody. I just had a plan and I stuck to it. I started talking that real shit. And ever since then, I've been having people gravitate to everything that I've been saying. I've had a lot of hate. I've had some death threats. I've had people say, send me your location. That doesn't fucking matter, because I have so many people that watch me worldwide. I have traveled in other spots and people have located me. They said, aren't you? Yes. I was at a brunch in Texas. A sweetheart came up to me and she was like, listen, I don't mean to be rude or interrupt what you're doing, but she was like, listen, I'm a big supporter of you and everything like that. Is it possible we can get our picture taken? That shit fucked my head up. But it was a beautiful sight to see. I said, of course. And I said it just like that because I don't want people to think that like I'm celebrity for real. Like I'm doing some monumental shit. Don't get it twisted. But you can't put me in the same category as a celebrity. You walk up on me and you nice and you're polite and everything, like, I'm going to show you love. That's the way that I'm built. I was out in Atlanta. Shout out to TJ. She just beautiful, classy woman. Spotted me out in the crowd outside. Like I got my little female cousin. She bartended one of the little ATL spots or whatever. Me and my mans went to go check that out. I'm outside the joint, and this lady, TJ, that already follows me, she was like, I feel like I know you. I was like, you know me? She was like, you're not from around. I'm like, I'm definitely not from around here. She was like, but what is it, like social media or whatever? And that's how we later came to that conclusion. Yes, BY is real. People seem to spot me out. And now that I got this shit right here, they definitely know how to spot me. You know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people walking around with wicks like this. But if I can do this shit, y'all can do this shit. And you ain't got to sell out. Let me also say this as well, because I'm going to talk my shit. This BY is real. Not too long ago, if you go to one of my posts, because I rarely post on YouTube, you go back to one of my posts, there's a picture up that I got of on TikTok where it's a TikTok was trying to invite me to do a cooperation. I did not know what the fuck it was, so therefore I wasn't going to go full on with it, right? But it was called, I believe it was called TikTok 1. And it had an eye at the top. Like, the fuck is y'all talking about? So I was reading through the briefings or whatever, and it was like, yeah, we're going, get you through a series of things where, we can, just a cooperation. I've seen people do some wild ass shit on TikTok. I'm talking about where, like, one of their first videos or one of their first pictures on TikTok is them covering up one of their eyes with an apple and shit. And I never used to question it, but I knew something was up. And that was one eye symbolism. And I was like, if this is the shit that they send out to motherfuckers to try to initiate them, I said, I don't want no fucking parts. You got to be careful with the agenda that motherfuckers is pushing. The shit be wild as fuck. So what I'm speaking to y'all and saying again, because people like to run around and say, BY is real. Oh, he worked for them. He this and he that. You can suck a dick. I don't. I don't work for none of them. As I always stated, I got 2 sons. And they both look up to me. I'm not one of them types that's going to do whatever and whenever to try to get some money or some fame. I have struggled. I've had challenges in my life. But I'm happy that I'm not on child support. The mother of my children, we actually work well together. So therefore, moving forward, all of this that you see, what I've built, everything that I'm doing, I've done it organically. And if I can do it, and I didn't think that it could get this far. I had a feeling, but I always felt like in order for it to look like this, I had to be a sellout or something. Not true. Now the real ones look like the fucking celebrities. Real shit. My name is BY is Real. Where I don't do conspiracies. I do real ass information. I'll holler at y'all.